Naledi remembered the cold most of all. Not the winter cold, but the hollow chill of a house where love was buried under fear. She was a small girl, and the walls of her home felt like heavy, grey stones pressing in. Every December, the air itself seemed to darken. Her father would return from Johannesburg, and the house would tremble with his anger, shouting, breaking things, and the terrible, sudden silence that followed was always worse than the noise. From January to November, there was only a different kind of hunger. No food, no money, and the endless ache of watching her mother, Namusa, struggle. Naledi learned early that peace didn't live in that house. She promised the little girl inside her, "One day, we will leave." As Naledi grew, the promise grew with her. She looked for a doorway, a sudden, clean escape from the grey stones of her past. She thought she found it in marriage, believing a new name and a new house meant freedom and peace. She stepped through the door, only to discover a profound, painful truth. She hadn't left the past behind at all. She had carried the house inside her, the fear, the pain, and the habit of surviving instead of living. She found herself expecting the storm, flinching at kindness, and building walls of silence around her new life. The little girl's survival skills had become the woman's cage. The outside had changed, but the inner trembling remained. That Naledi had endured worse than disappointment. She was strong. Slowly she began to turn inward, lighting a small lamp in the dark corners of her memory. She began to see her story not as a record of weakness, but as a blueprint of phenomenal strength. The little girl who used to hide behind broken walls was now a woman ready to stand tall in her own truth. She didn't just escape from the fear. She began to overcome the fear within her. Healing doesn't happen overnight. It begins the moment you decide your past will no longer control your future. Piece by piece, she rebuilt the ruins, not of her childhood home, but of her own heart. Naledi is proof that survival can turn into power. She came from a broken home, but she built herself from the pieces. And now, she knows that peace isn't a place you run to, it is a quiet, powerful light you create, even after the storm.